continuing to repair a controller, a 96-volt controller. First, let's measure the exterior. 0.466. All three phases of the upper bridge are blown. We'll disassemble it. It uses these triangular screws. I usually have a set of these Y-shaped tools. Everything is there, no damage. Electric vehicle controllers usually use triangular and Y-shaped screws. There doesn't seem to be any problem from the outside. Then we pry it open, and this part comes off. From the appearance, we can't see anything wrong. In this case, we'll directly remove all the transistors on the upper bridge and then measure them. The back is also very clean. And this is very light. After testing, we found that it's not short-circuited anymore. 0.4646, all normal. The previous measurement showed that one bridge was blown. Then we'll apply power to it, a 30-volt power supply, 31 volts. We found that all three have 31 volts. Then we connect the ACC. We found that the casing of this capacitor is peeling off. In this case, we need to open the capacitor to check its condition. Then we connect the ACC. After powering it on, we test the voltage in various areas. First, the Hall voltage is 5 volts. All are 5 volts. Then all 12 transistors are removed, and there are 2 capacitors. Mainly these 2 capacitors, especially this one, the casing is peeling off. This is definitely caused by high temperature. But after testing, there's no problem. Regardless, we'll replace them. Including here, the peeling casing is due to high temperature. Replacing them with 2 salvaged ones is the same. 120 volts, 470 microfarads. Then replace these transistors. Then measure the hidden faults of these transistors. We need to use this meter. This analog multimeter is simpler. Actually, all these transistors can be turned on and off. But there's a hidden fault. Let's look at these transistors. They can all be turned on and off. On, off. But there's a hidden problem, which is that on this side, when it's turned off, the turn-off is not obvious, and the pointer always jumps. The pointer always jumps. But with a good new transistor, it won't jump. It won't jump when turned off. It's the same for turning on and off. On, off. When turned off, it won't jump. Even this transistor is salvaged, but it's good. It won't jump. The pointer won't jump. So these are the hidden problems. This whole batch of tubes, including the ones I removed yesterday, all have the same problem, an invisible fault. Some people are just unlucky. If the batch of tubes you installed has a problem, this is what happens. That's why it won't last long. It works intermittently, that's the problem. So now I've replaced all the tubes with brand new ones, and I'm going to test it again. I've also replaced 2 capacitors and cleaned everything. I've connected the power, but I haven't put the casing back on yet because I'm afraid I might have to take it apart again. The voltage is a bit low, so I've connected it to a battery. It's a 96-volt system, and I don't have a battery that big. Now I'm plugging in the motor to test it. It should be fixed now. I'll put it back together. I replaced 2 capacitors and all the tubes. Okay, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.